Today we are going to speak a bit about retirement. It conjures up the feeling of being able to put up your feet and to enjoy the rest of your life without necessarily having to work. But are you properly prepared in terms of making sure that your financial future within this retirement space is in good shape? So let's just take a look at a couple of things because I don't want to clutter too much the agenda today. Avenues for retirement. Well, there are so many avenues for retirement. So in terms of where you can get and you will get your retirement income. Let's take a look at the first graph. And in that graph, what you would see is the various avenues. There's the Senior Citizens Grant, National Insurance Benefit, to those who work in the public sector and are permanent employees, government pensions, guaranteed income annuities where you save via an individual retirement fund, or you're part of a private sector pension fund that is either contributory or non-contributory. And individual retirement funds, which are separate and apart from the overall retirement income framework within the public space or the employer space. So when we look at these various factors, what we see is people tend to think sometimes, oh, I'm going to get $3,500 per month from the Senior Citizen Grant when I am 65. Or I have saved 750 flows in my career, and I am entitled to a maximum of $3,000 per month from the NIS. And then there's a government pension, 100% state funded. You're a permanent employee, and what happens is you will get a pension or a commuted pension where you take a lump sum and you take a monthly flow for the rest of your life. And then we talk about the private sector pension plans, and the individual retirement pension plans. But the real question is, have you prepared sufficiently for retirement? My experience in dealing with investors, citizens, clients, is that they are surprised when they see what their pension is going to be, what their retirement income is going to be after work life. And this creates something of a challenge. There are other factors that one has to be very cognizant of. One is that persons are living longer, and there is inflation that you have to contend with as you go on into retirement. Living longer and inflation eats into necessarily the value of your pension income in terms of your buying power. And therefore, it is very important, the question that is now being asked, when should I start to save for retirement? And how much should I save for retirement? Well, the first issue is that when should I start? You should start as early as possible. Always organize for your financial future, whether it be short, medium, or long term. Secondly, you should start saving using a tax-advantaged retirement vehicle if you are a wage earner or a salary earner. This is because you get a tax break of up to $50,000 per year. This means you don't pay taxes on this saving now. So you can start with $5,000 a year, $10,000 a year, whatever it is. Save towards that retirement, and also try to save using a tax-advantaged vehicle, because if now you pay 30 cents on your last dollar in tax, with this retirement vehicle you pay nothing now. So instead of putting away 70 cents for investment after you pay that 30 cents in tax, you are putting aside $1. So you got a higher saving and a higher return if you save longer normally than if you save in the short term. Let's look at an example. Look at someone who starts to save at an early age, retiring at 60, saving for 30 years. What I said was, if you stay in an investment vehicle that is long-term, your savings are higher. For example, if you were to take your money and for 35 years, put $10,000 a year in a bank, getting at the current rate 0.2%, and assuming that is what will happen as you go forward, not necessarily so, for the next 35 years, the amount that you have at the end of your that period leading up to 60 is $372,000. The same monies invested at about 5% a year in long-term bonds, long-term investments, and so on, will give you $890,000. What does it mean? It means you're almost 2.5 times better using the facilities and the advantages that are available to you through retirement benefits, retirement products that allow for this $50,000 or up to $50,000 per year before you pay any tax. This is important. So start saving early, point 1, and start using long-term instruments to invest in rather than seeking to invest for your long-term in shorter-term bank deposits and so on. What does that do? Let us look at some of the retirement funds that are established and available. For various reasons, we couldn't call their names, but what it does show is that you have to look at who you are saving with in terms of your long-term retirements. And I must stress the point that whatever pension you already have or retirement benefit through your employer, seek always to supplement it, because people, I say to you, people are surprised when they see what their retirement monthly income is on the assumption that they would have had that, look, I have a pension plan, or I have a retirement plan, or I am working for government and I will have a pension and that will see me through. No, that is not the case. Consult with your investment advisors and find out what you need to do to make up that gap. When I say that gap, I mean what it is you are getting on the pension, on some pension or retirement benefit, and what it is you need based on your lifestyle to be able to have sufficient income. And as I said, as you go longer and inflation eats into a fixed income a retirement, you have to deal with those things. Talk to your investment advisor, talk to us at Bourse. This is something that, this is one of our retirement funds, which shows you how we've done over the past 5 years compared to certain other well-established funds. We'll speak to you more or talk to any one of your advisors to get that information. But please, save and invest for your retirement so that as you go older and as you grow older, you will benefit. Save earlier and save through a recognized, established funds that gives you the tax benefits savings. Have yourself a wonderful investment week and look for us and our various mutual funds under the rubric of Save, Invest or Bourse to see what works for you and what could be of great benefit in terms of your investment profile and where you want to take what you want to achieve with regard to your investments and your savings. This is Subhash Ramkilawan. You can give us a call at what you will see on your screen in terms of the contact numbers, bourseinvestment.com, our telephone number 226-8773, which is 2 Bourse. Have yourself a wonderful investment week and be safe in our blessed country. Subhash Ramkilawan for the Bourse Report.